All right, guys. So I caught this interview on NewsMax between Candace Owens and Greg Kelly. And this was actually a great interview because Candace has alluded to her running for president. Okay. And I 100% endorse Candace Owens running for president because I'm telling you guys, she is a sniper. She would truly be the right answer to AOC, who has become her own sniper, right? When we're talking about playing the PR game, when we're talking about playing the social media game, the culture war, right? In those elements, I do think Candace Owens is the answer, right? So she definitely needs to be in politics, and she would be very valuable to the Republican Party. They should embrace her wholesale, right? They should go all in on Candace Owens, right? I strongly believe that. Now, a lot of people get upset with Candace Owens because Candace says mean things, right? She says mean things, right? Which basically just means she tells it like it is. She tells it straight up, right? She does not use any lubrication. Okay, no lube, right? And I kind of like it like that, right? That's the way I like it. Okay, that's how I like my politics, right? And we talked about Candace Owens running for president before, right? But the things that she said in this interview is making me really happy, right? Because she's saying the right things. She's saying the things that I want to hear from her. Because guys, Candace Owens' biggest weakness is that she has the culture war down pat. I think that she can win over anybody, especially people in the black community when it comes to the culture war. You know, if you take out, the mean stuff that offends a lot of people. But outside of that, she really does need to work on getting a solid platform, having her own understanding of economics, history, this civilization, etc. Right? She needs to have her own philosophy. And she has a new job at the Daily Wire, in which I'm pretty sure, she may be getting some tips, right? And some help from the great Ben Shapiro. So let's listen to Candace Owens expand on her aspirations for running for president.
Thrilled to be joined once again by the iconic truth teller, Candace Owens. A new show coming to the Daily Wire called Candace. Candace Owens, great to see you again. Welcome back. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing well.
Candace, when I saw this tweet, I got very excited, a little bit confused. It was from a few weeks ago, but I'll put it on the screen. You're thinking about running for president. I love America. Thinking about running for president. This tweet went mega viral. Some people thought you were kidding. I thought that you might be serious. I think this could happen. What was it all about? What are you thinking?
I was definitely being serious. I definitely would not put something out like that in jest. My thinking is this. I think that the Democrats are playing a really nasty game. We all saw that. They're no longer playing by any rules. And when you start to have presidential debates and the only questions that are asked are race-baiting questions pertaining to Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and race issues, they're basically setting up a future in which a meritocracy no longer exists. And we have to start putting forth candidates that can slap down these ridiculous questions. I love this country. I've been spending the last year and a half immersed in deeper study, just in terms of economics and American history inside and out, but world history as well. And I've spent a lot of time with the Tutor, and I'm taking this very seriously. Now, if someone steps up to the plate that I think is better fit to run for president, and I should really just be an auxiliary for that individual, I will be more than happy to do that. But right now, I'm just not seeing that individual that I think can beat the left, plain and simple. So that tweet was definitely not put out in jest.
You mentioned a tutor. Could you tell us more about that? A tutor. I think that's a great idea. A lot of people should do that, but how does that work?
You just get a tutor. That's how it works. And you kind of go back to the very beginning and understanding Western civilization. And what I'm talking about is the Greek miracle, going back to the greats, Plato, Socrates, and studying that element of philosophy to really get a greater hold on the things that we believe in and what makes Western civilization unlike any other, and what really built the empire that is America, and what is threatening the empire that is America. So I've been doing a lot of studying and really forming what is the basis of my own economic policies. What do I believe in? And so I think with me, my story has always been that people have underestimated me, definitely since the very first time that I got into politics. And I am always and consistently challenging myself and defying those expectations because I think that is going to take a lot of work. We definitely need to have a lot of charisma and a lot of optimism as well. But I'm willing to put in that work if I felt that my country needed me in 2024 and perhaps beyond.
All right, guys. So that was music to my ears. I'm going to tell you something, guys. One of the reasons why I really respect Candace Owens, right? And she's done this before. When she went on Joe Rogan's interview, right? The infamous climate change thing, right? I mean, it was embarrassing, right? It was embarrassing that, when she was asked about it, she just didn't have an answer. I just don't believe it, right? Like you can't, that's not enough, right? You got to give us some legitimate reasons, for why you believe the things that you believe. Okay. And after that, right, after that interview, right, Candace Owens, at least it became apparent to me that she really took time to develop out herself, to learn more about history, to learn more about economics, to become a more skilled debater and speaker, right? She really worked hard on that. And I can tell that she did. And when somebody can recognize their flaws and they work to better those flaws, that to me says a lot about her character, right? And her ability to learn and grow, right? Those are high quality characteristics in my opinion, okay? And Candace Owens says she has a tutor, right? And I would imagine that her being at the Daily Wire, that she's going to be very well connected. I would imagine that Ben Shapiro is going to school her in the art of debate, and she's already pretty good already. Okay. So if, she can learn a little bit under Ben Shapiro in the art of debate, she can develop out her own understanding of economics and history. Bruh, she is going to be a monster on that debate stage for any of these establishment politicians, because she doesn't have a history where they can go and nitpick and poke fun at her. Okay? But she has a plethora of things she can talk about when it comes to corrupt establishment politicians. Right? And I hope that during her studies that, she doesn't come up with standard, right-wing talking points, particularly when it comes to economics. I really hope that she doesn't go down that rabbit hole, right? Because that's not the rabbit hole that Trump went down. Trump did not run on standard right-wing talking points when it comes to economics, right? Trump ran on a platform that really appealed to those who were left behind in America. Okay, that's why he became so popular. And I hope that Candace is smart enough, which I'm sure she is, to pick up on that. Right? She's smart enough to pick up on where America actually is on these issues. Okay? And so with that being said, I'm excited, man. I'm really, really, really excited for Candace Owens. Right? And I would imagine that she probably won't run if Trump decides to run. And, it also makes me question, how much communication she's had with Trump, right? Like, has she been speaking with Trump? Does she know, more about whether or not Trump is planning to run? Will she get Trump's endorsement if she runs? If Trump doesn't run? I'm just saying, like, there's a lot more questions. I can imagine if Trump is on stage that she probably won't run. And that's fine because she has plenty of time, right? Candace Owens is not going anywhere, right? She knows how to level up and how to keep leveling up, right? That's why I respect her so much, right? A lot more people, instead of hating, They need to take a few pages out of her playbook, right, and use them for themselves to advance their own selves individually, right? Because Candace Owens has mastered the art of doing that. And over the years, it's become apparent to me that she's really worked on some of her flaws, and she's really developing out her skill set and her knowledge base to really shake the political landscape in this country. And I'm very, very, very happy to hear that she is putting in the work. Right. And I've said this before, even this came out. I literally told you guys in my last videos about Candace. Anytime I do a video about Candace, that's one of the main things I respect about her. She recognized a weakness and she got better at it. Right. That tells me a lot about a person. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.